So Labour said that they would freeze energy bills, and not only has the price cap surprisingly just jumped, Ofgem come out and said that by 2030 we're probably looking at about £108, £110 increase in our bills due to the needed investment into infrastructure. Now, it probably does need a lot of investment in infrastructure because we have the constraint payments in the likes of the wind farms up north in Scotland and such, where we can't store the power. So we're having to turn off the wind farms and pay them masses, like hundreds of millions of pounds to turn off the wind farms, which makes absolutely zero sense. But if we think of the investment needed, now any business needs to invest in their business, in growing their business, and that generally comes from the customer paying. But the price cap is designed to protect the customer. And if they've already got record profits in energy companies, then why isn't the investment for them to technically make more money if renewables are more efficient? Their bottom line is going to go absolutely sky high, isn't it? Then surely they should be paying out of the company profits and the company's surplus income, not getting passed on to the customer. They are protecting, obviously, their shareholders and their executives and their CEOs. They're keeping the same margin, but the customers are paying a little bit more. And it gets back to what the government said. They said that they weren't going to increase, they were going to freeze energy bills. And we've seen them go up a couple of times already, and they're going to go up another £110 when they said there would be, £150, £300 cheaper by 2030. So it's another thing that they said that's not going to happen. And here's the thing that I always think. If they keep energy artificially high, then we're not going to use it as much and we're going to conserve it and we're going to try and get our bills down, which is kind of their agenda. So it pays for them to have high energy prices, not so much to stand and charge the unit price to be high, because then people are going to be more efficient. They're going to turn the lights off. They're going to put the dryer on. They're going to be careful to keep the bills down. And then that is working towards being more carbon net zero, isn't it? So is it all part of an agenda, having a high price? We shouldn't be paying the prices that we're paying, to be honest. I know we haven't got the infrastructure and this, that, and the other, but then companies shouldn't be making killer profits, should they? You know, if you look at tech giants like Google and such like that, Coca-Cola this year have had a negative cash flow amount, and it's the first time in 50 years, but it was an acquisition of a business. It was them growing, and that their money was depleted because they did an acquisition. Surely the same should be for energy companies, especially when the government or the regulator are controlling how much they make. Then their investment in their infrastructure or their ability to make money should come out of their profits, not customers' pockets. But it's the same old, in it. They're going to make absolute fortune off the back of us, and the government are just turning a blind eye. Bit disgraceful, really, isn't it?